Revelations 21, the new heaven and the new earth. When I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the former heaven and the former earth has passed away, and the sea was no more. I saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, made ready as a bride beautifully dressed for her husband. I heard a loud voice from the throne say, "Look, God's dwelling is here with humankind. He will dwell with them, and they will be his people. God himself will be with them as their God. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes. Death will be no more. There will be no mourning, no crying or pain anymore, for the former things have passed away." Then the one seated on the throne said, "Look, I'm making all things new." He also said, "Write this down, for these words are trustworthy and true." Then he said to me, "All is done. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. To the thirsty, I will freely give water from the life-giving spring. Those who emerge victorious will inherit all these things. I will be their God, and they will be my sons and daughters. But for the cowardly, the faithless, the vile, the murderers, those who commit sexual immorality, those who use drugs and cast spells, the idolaters, and all liars, their share will be in the lake that burns with fire and sulfur. This is the second death." New Jerusalem. Then one of the 7 angels who had 7 bowls full of the 7 last plagues spoke with me. "Come," he said, "I will show you the bride, the Lamb's wife." He took me in a spirit-inspired trance to a great high mountain, and he showed me the holy city, Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God. The city had God's glory. Its brilliance was like a priceless jewel, like jasper that was clear as crystal. It had a great high wall with 12 gates. By the gates were 12 angels, and on the gates were written the names of the 12 tribes of Israel's sons. There were 3 gates on the east, 3 gates on the north, 3 gates on the south, and 3 gates on the west. The city wall had 12 foundations, and on them were the 12 names of the Lamb's 12 apostles. The angel who spoke to me had a gold measuring rod with which to measure the city, its gates, and its walls. Now the city was laid out as a square. Its length was the same as its width. He measured the city with a rod, and it was 1,500 miles. Its length and width and height were equal. He also measured the thickness of the walls. It was 216 feet thick, as a person, or rather an angel, measures things. The wall was built of jasper, and the city was pure gold, like pure glass. The city wall's foundations were decorated with every kind of jewel. The first foundation was jasper. The second was sapphire. The third was chalcedony. Sorry. And the fourth was emerald. The fifth was sardonyx. The sixth was cerulean. The seventh was chrysolite. And the eighth was beryl. The ninth was topaz. The 10th was cryosphere. Cryosphere. The 11th was jacinth. And the 12th was amethyst. The 12 gates were 12 pearls. Each one of the gates was made from a single pearl. And the city's main streets were pure gold as transparent glass. I didn't see a temple in the city because its temple is the Lord God Almighty and the Lamb. The city doesn't need the sun or the moon to shine on it because God's glory is its light and its lamp as the Lamb. The nations will walk by light, and the kings of the earth will bring their glory into it. Its gates were never to be shut by day, and there will be no night there. They will bring the glory and honor of the